What's up, guys? I am Tyler Hosley, and I like dairy-free ice cream, Nickelback on vinyl, and cock rings from Timu.
Hi there, I'm Kevin Matthews, Scottish film fan living in England, and this week I have had a bit of fun, watched a few new films, and received some nice films through the post, and also some really strange gifts from Timu.
I'm Dave Gray, and this week I learned I'm not the only one who read the book. And Timu sent me the wrong pillow cover again.
Hi, I'm Craig Pay, English film nerd, and I accidentally did this week of films that Kevin hates but I really love. I didn't do it on purpose, so I could argue with Kevin, but I just happened to watch two films that I love that Kevin's going to just tuss at me for. And welcome to Raiders of the Podcast. Whoop, whoop.
Double yay!
This week, the first of Kevin's hated films I loved, and hated films by the majority, but I love it, is I rewatched the found footage movie Dash Cam, which is that's hated by a large portion of people, and I kind of get why, because the protagonist and the actress who plays the protagonist are awful, but I really like it. Not just the scary movie part of it, the jumpy, gory, splattery, weird movie. For me, I see it as a kind of experimental film in that it is an empathy test, because I find that people are kind of weird when they watch. Like if any character shows even the slightest flaw, they're like, "Oh, I couldn't wait for that person to die." I'm like, Jesus Christ, calm the fuck down, man. And so I like the idea of having the most unpleasant protagonist and putting him through hell, daring you to not agree with her, not like anything about her, but to want her to live, to by the end of the film to be like, you know what? You probably just about deserve to live. And that's how I see it, Dashcam. And, Annie Hardy, terrible person in real life, although she has also been through some weird shit and probably has quite bad mental health issues. For me, Annie Hardy is fantastic in Dashcam. She's probably just playing herself, but I think she's fantastic, and I really enjoy the film, but I also get why people dislike it quite thoroughly. Hey, Kevin, you've seen Dashcam, haven't you?
Yes.
Anyone else?
I have seen Dashcam.
Am I the only one that likes it?
No, I liked it.
Yeah, me and T liked it. I mean, not as much as you did, and I had no problem if she lived or died. I wasn't, rooting either way. I do have an interesting bit of trivia about her.
Yeah.
NME voted her the coolest person of 2011.
That was her best year then, clearly.
Yeah, because apparently that was her best year.
Yeah, I just find her very funny. Because she's so awful, she will do something where I'm just so shocked by what an appalling human being she is that it makes me laugh. And then I remember that she's actually probably like that in real life, and that makes me ugh. But I like it. I like Dashcam.
I mean, that's reasonable.
Yeah,
that's reasonable.
So
that's reasonable.
I can't help it. I'm sorry. I like it.
I get your point about people being too judgy and wanting that punishment. I think for me, for Dashcam, she was too awful to find any warmth in, and then the actual it would have still won me over if I'd enjoyed the scares, but they didn't really work for me. Which was a shame because, like most people as well, I really enjoyed Host.
Oh, yeah.
So I thought, Rob Savage has got us down and he's doing, kind of found footage or whatever, style.
He burned down all of his goodwill with Dashcam. He had all that goodwill from Host and he just burnt it to the fucking ground. Which is a move. Christ. So yeah, I understand that Kevin doesn't like Dashcam. That's fine, but what I don't understand and what sickens me core is that Kevin did not enjoy Boy Kills World, which was fucking great. Like,
Seconded.
yes, I mean, I recognise that it's one of those debut features where the guy who directed it thinks, you know what, I may never make another film, so I'm going to put every idea I've ever had. I'm going to throw the whole kitchen sink into this. I'm going to throw every single thing I can think of at the screen. And for that reason, I'd say only about 2/3 of it actually works. Some of it's quite cringy. Some of it is very eye-rolling. When that movie hits, it is just an avalanche of ideas and just jokes that make me laugh and action sequences that like have me on the edge of my seat. It was so good, and the cast was so fucking good. Like, for me, that was a perfect, I'm here for the director. You know, this is what I can do. Hire me, give me money, and I hope that it happens because it was so good. I loved Bill Skarsgård. I loved the Happy Death Day actress. I can't remember her name.
Jessica Roth.
Yeah, Jessica Roth was fantastic. The third act is just balls to the wall, fucking insane action, which I adored. Like I really love. I'm gonna be repping Boy Kills World to anyone who listens, and I'm making anyone who disliked it my enemy for life. Sorry, Kevin. Enemies for life. Who's we seen that?
I have not seen it yet, but Jessica Roth being in it, I'm watching it now.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm a fan. I like it a lot.
Yay! I just thought it was super fun and just full of cool shit.
See, that's what I said, and Kevin came back instantly like, "Shut the fuck up, Dave!" Boom, and I was like, "Oh,
yeah, how could you hurt Dave
God,
like that, Kevin?" I know it was a someone was hurting someone.
I know, right?
I was like, Dave, have you even read the book? And Dave was like, there isn't a book. And I was like, I'm telling you, there is a book. I just wrote it. Fuck you. Like, it's an odd one because, like, I expected to like it. It has so many individual elements that I like. There are lots of good people in the cast that I really like, including Skarsgård, including the voice of H. John Benjamin.
Yeah.
Little role for Famke Janssen's in it, isn't she? If I remember right, a little role. And I like Jessica Roth.
Yeah.
But if I remember right, I thought Jessica Roth was just a bit wasted in it. It's just, it just didn't work for me. And like that world and the way the action built up, like it is technically good when you're watching the action, but the build up to it, I don't know, it just didn't flow right and felt like a bit of a mess. And I was every minute I was watching it, I was like, oh, hopefully this picks up for me and I like it by the end. Just didn't.
Well, that's fine. That's fine. I mean, Hiss, prison.
Is that just you having some? I mean, is this just you having some low key anger towards Yayan Ruhian, however you say his last name?
No, I thought it was good that he got a decent role in that. So yeah, it was good to see him as well. But as I say,
I'm just checking. I was just making sure.
One of the gags I really liked in it was that there's a guy he meets with a beard, so he can't lip read. So everything he says comes out as absolute nonsense, which he then visualizes, and there's so many great little gags that come from that. It's just like an avalanche of ideas. It doesn't all stick, but I was just awed.
But the fight on the TV show is so good.
Oh yeah,
the Winter Wonderland, yeah,
where he's just better rolling a man dressed as a pineapple to avoid gunfight. It's crazy shit. I like. I also watched very, very different. I watched Japanese, a new out this year, Japanese horror movie called Missing Child Videotape, which is not. It's a bit of a dull title, but it's fantastic. It's one of my favorite films of this year by far. I don't want to give much away. I'm just gonna say, when it becomes more widely available, watch Missing Child videotape. But it's about a man whose brother went missing years when he was a child, and he starts receiving odd videotapes in the post, and goes to work out the truth about his brother, and it's fantastic. It's got some Kurosawa to it, the new Kurosawa, not the old Kurosawa. It's even got a little bit of David Lynch to it. The performances are fantastic, but it's just the atmosphere. The atmosphere is just that great slow burn dread that Japanese movies can conjure. I really, the third act just is nerve shredding. Like, I really, really highly recommend Missing Child videotape. For me, it's this year's Red Rooms, in that it will leave you shook and pondering its secrets long afterwards. So,
Oh, damn it! See, now I gotta watch that.
it's great. It's great.
Um,
I'll probably pick it sometime when it's more widely available, so you'll all get to see it.
Oh, nice.
And then just one more.
Well, then I will wait.
I watched Frankie Frico. I've been really looking forward to this. I think it's the least of Astron 6's movies. I kind of tend to prefer their no-budget stuff to their more recent low-budget stuff. I mean, it's lesser than PG Gorman, which I wasn't in love with. I much prefer stuff like Father's Day and Manborg, but Frankie Frico's good fun. The performances are silly and fun, and the effects work is just the right side of shit. It's intentionally shit. The voice work by Matthew Kennedy, and I can't remember the other person's name, is really good. It has its moments. There's a there's a moment where one of Frico's called Boink has a kind of like fake out death towards the beginning, which had me like really laughing. But it also has it has the funniest hanging I've ever seen in a movie, which isn't like a crowded category. But I was like actually weeping watching this hanging in this film. Like, there are spots where it is fantastic, but spots where it kind of drags and is a little uneven. But worth a watch. I enjoyed it.
Yay! Oh man, I had a pretty big fucking I had a pretty big week, actually, to put it out there. I watched a lot of stuff on Arrow because my Arrow's expiring sooner than later. So I watched Starfish, which is a 2018 sci-fi horror film. It's essentially about it's essentially about grief, but grief on the last day of the world exists. And I kind of really dug it. I enjoyed the shit out of it. It's directed and I think written by A.T. White, and it is worth checking out.
You've got Arrow at the moment. I know, Kevin, do you usually have Arrow?
I do.
You? Or you have it intermittently? I've got it for another few days, so you just for a second, Dave. I've got time to watch one more film, so there are four I've got to choose. I'm trying to choose from. So, Pandemonium, which is about a journey to hell. Steppenwolf, Stefan, and Booger. Anyone seen any of those? Any recommendations?
I saw Steppenwolf this week. And I was about to say it.
There we go.
But and I thought it was okay. I didn't love it. I think you might enjoy it a bit more than I will, but I wouldn't recommend it. It's fine, but it's nothing you haven't seen a billion times before.
Yeah.
It doesn't do anything new or interesting with it. It's fine, but it's just like you're gonna watch it and you're gonna go, okay, I've seen this before.
Yeah.
and it's not as bloodthirsty and over the top cruel as it thinks it is. It reminded me of, what was that German one with the old guy who just cared about his money?
Mm.
Killed a lot of Nazis in it. What the fuck was it called?
Oh, Zissou.
Had a dog. Yeah, I hated that movie. I was bored senseless, and it takes a lot for me to get bored watching someone kill Nazis. But it was just dull and humorless and had no life or spark or even good kills. And it's kind of like that, except, you know, there's just nothing interesting. It's a little bit more empathetic between the characters, but not much, and it's a little bit more humorous. But it's just kind of it's okay. But it's just okay. I wouldn't recommend it.
Well, that was
I watch
joint top of my list with Pandemonium, so I might go with Pandemonium then.
Oh yeah, that's on mine too. Because I still have shit. I think I got like another week and a half before it because I got the month long, and I'll get it. I know I'll get it again at some point because there's a lot of stuff I really dug. But you know, that's on my list. I don't know if I'll get to it. I did watch Shaky Shivers because I wanted a fun horror comedy, and it wasn't. The thing is, horror and comedy both have the same issue. It either works for you or it doesn't, and this one did not work for me.
I mean, Dave, you had another 4 Vice Academy movies right there to watch. You've gone for Shaky Shivers.
Yeah, because it's been the banner the whole time I've had it. I was like, fuck yeah, let's give it a try, because it's directed by the guy that played Han from Fast and the Furious, and it's directed fine, I guess. And I liked the 2 leads, Brooke Markham and Vivi Nguyen. I'm sorry, I butchered that because I'm tired and my brain is not processing fucking syllables right. I am so sorry. I liked them. They were both, fine leads. It's just the script really sucked. It didn't do anything unexpected or funny. It was just lazy, and it's a shame because the 2 leads really brought it, and there's some okay effects in there, and they made it for no money, and they got as much as they could, but there's just no payoff. The parody doesn't work, the horror doesn't work. It's just yay, you got it made, and I respect the hell out of that. And I respect the hell out of them having these 2 as the leads, but it just does not. It is not the sum of its parts. All right, I already said the Starfish. Oh, I saw The Stylist, which I saw the short film it was based on back in like 2018, I think. It's about a hairdresser in Kansas City who discreetly murders and scalps her clients sometimes, and then stores their scalps in her cellar to cope with her self-loathing. I was torn on this. I thought Najara Townsend, who is the lead, was excellent. I thought Brea Grant, who is her main target, was really good. And then the rest is just kind of okay. Like, I don't think it lands as well as it could. I enjoyed it, and I would recommend it. I think the ending kind of stumbled. I really disliked the ending, only because it was the most obvious and lazy route for it, and so it just never does the more interesting choice. The short film's better. That's also on Arrow. If you get like 10 minutes extra, Craig.
Okay.
But like, I think it's a good. I don't know if it's the director's first film. If it's the director's first feature, it's a good first feature. I will watch whatever she does next. Jill Javarzian. I'm so sorry again. Like, I butcher names all the time. That's just what I do. Anyway, I think she's talented, and I watch whatever. I just don't think that this lands as well as it could or should even. It's good. It's worth a watch. The lead is fantastic. It's got some nice stylish shots. I just wish I invested a little bit more than I did. I watched XX Beautiful Hunter, and that's, Japanese women with guns and nudity. It's not bad. It's thin on plot, perverse, bizarre. It's, exactly what I wanted at 2 a.m. when I couldn't sleep. Maybe I'll make y'all watch it come Japanuary. Who knows? I watched the 1982 American slasher film Girls' Night, and that sucked. Hal Holbrook's there. Basically just so they also hire his son. And that, that's about it. David Holbrook. The kills sucked. It doesn't flow well. It's just kind of goofy. It's not as much fun as I wanted it to be. And that's really the shame. If you're going to make a cheap, bad horror movie in 1982, I think. Yeah, 1982. Be more fun.
Is that the one where the killer is the school mascot, like a bear?
Yes. Yes. He is the bear. She is, what I mean. It's just one of those things. The twist is just too okay. We got good for you. It takes 45 minutes to get to the first kill, which would be fine, except these people are just absolutely atrocious. They're not I don't like any of them except Lynn, and Lynn is forgotten for most of it. Instead, we spend all this time with Teddy, and Teddy's a piece of shit. I don't give a fuck if Teddy lives or dies. Why the fuck are we still with Teddy? We're not even with his more fun friend Maniac. Maniac disappears really early, and then we don't see Maniac again, but Maniac's got twice the personality as Teddy. But here we are with fucking Teddy.
Fucking Teddy.
Fucking Teddy. And Teddy fucks, but I'm guessing poorly because it never seems to take that long for fucking Teddy. It was just not good. And it's a shame because I think the idea could have been fun. And the cast was obviously game. It just did not work. I watched The World of Kaneko, which I enjoyed the crap out of.
Oh, yeah.
I see how it's not for everyone. It is an unpleasant, banal journey into a family's heart of darkness, basically, and it doesn't stop long enough to really let any of the deeper elements sink in if you're not buckled in and fully on board. But I like it. I've seen it before. I'm glad I got to rewatch it. I topped off.
For me, Koji Yakusho, he's just one of the greatest living actors at the moment. Just one of the absolute best. Fucking love him in anything I see him in.
Yeah, absolutely agree. And I topped it all off to make Tyler happy by watching the 2025 Legacy sequel, I Know What You Did Last Summer, and it was kind of
didn't make him happy for very long, did you?
I did not. Well, I messaged him through it because I thought I figured it out. I jumped the gun a little bit. I would have gotten it 30 seconds longer than when I messaged him, which kind of upsets me a little. 30 more seconds, I would have gotten it, but instead I messed up. I got half of it. I just don't think it worked. I don't think the new characters were very good. I doubly hate that they never once seemed to face their own culpability in the situation, which is kind of my problem with the original movie also. I mean, they're not good people. I'm not saying they deserve to die. They don't. But these are not decent people. They're assholes who did a shitty fucking thing because they thought, and in this version of the town, they know the sheriff will cover up any crime they do because they're rich white kids. But they still decide to cover it up themselves. Why? They literally repeatedly tell you this man is completely and totally crooked. One of their dad is the fucking mayor. And he says straight out, if you ever do anything, son, I'll cover it up for you. They don't fucking do it. I'm sorry. If you are that privileged, take fucking advantage. Don't be like, let's not tell. No, fuck you. You deserve to die. And that's not me being moralistic. That's just me embracing reality. And the problem is Jennifer Love Hewitt and Freddie Prinze Jr. are completely and totally wasted. There is no reason for Julie to be there. Instead, we have to listen to Julie give the worst fucking college lecture on loss and PTSD I have ever fucking heard. She should not be allowed to tell people these things because it's dangerous and wrong. I will give the screenwriters credit for actually having read the original book. But the problem is none of the three writers that came before them had, so their reconciliation doesn't work. I still think drop this fucking legacy sequel because the I Know movies were never that good to begin with. I know you love them, T. And I'm not saying 1 and 2 aren't enjoyable, or even Zombie 3 isn't have its charm. I'm just saying that there was no reason to do a legacy sequel for this. If you wanted to push a reboot, go back to the original, and because there would be a solid film out of that still. And nobody's done it. Instead, we get the Hook raincoated killer and total fucking assholes. The only good legacy bit was the dream sequence. And I don't want to say more than that because the only person from that original cast still living who could act is in that scene. And the rest are not good actors, and they haven't improved in the 25. No. When did the original one come out, T?
97.
I mean, God, it's almost 30 years old.
I know. This makes me feel old.
Jesus fuck. I saw that in the theater with my brother. Oh, that makes me feel really fucking old. In the nearly
Save your thoughts on the sequel because reasons.
Well, I'm not. I'm just saying in the 28 fuck. My God.
We're old now, Dave. We're old.
God damn it. The 28 years since it came out, they could have done something really good. Instead, they waste the opportunity. I think that's a shame. It's not the worst legacy sequel. It's certainly not the best. But it's just kind of there. It's just kind of there, and I kind of wish it was a little bit more. I wish it was a little bit more savvy than it is, and this is my problem with like the current Scream movies is they're just not as smart and savvy as they think they are. Instead, they're just kind of smug and it's unearned, and it's a shame. Again, I know I've said that about multiple slashers already. I mean, we're only 20 minutes in, and I've already said that about multiple things. It is what it is. That's me.
On the topic of feeling old, I've listened to quite a few podcasts lately that have been discussing Species for some reason. I was like, why is Species the main title that everyone seems to be latching onto? It's 30 years old this year.
Oh, I saw that in the theater too. Fucking stop.
So did I. I saw adverts and was like, wait, is that a woman called Natasha Henstridge who's an alien who likes to be naked? I'm going to the cinema to see that.
I saw that. I was 15. I saw that with a bunch of friends. Sat in the back, made jokes.
Oh, is that what you call it? Yeah, Dave.
Unlike you, I don't do that with a group of others in the theater. Jeez, man. I mean, I have been in a theater where a guy next to me did that, but that was the Friday the 13th reboot, and we were in the front row, and that was traumatizing.
I watched another disappointing Shudder movie. One of their latest releases on there is called Monster Island. Has anyone else watched that one yet? It's like 2024 Monster Island.
I saw
Monster Island. Yeah, it's not good, which is a shame because it's a relatively fun premise. There's a Japanese soldier who's deemed a traitor, basically shackled to another prisoner of war, and they end up on this island because it is set during wartime, and they have to work together to try and escape their shackles and then the island, and then they realize there's a kind of deadly gillman on the island, basically, which sounded like fun to me. and then it turned out not to really be fun. So that's a shame. I watched Shortcut to Happiness, which is also known as I think it's The Devil and Daniel Webster. That's really bad. That may have been my worst film of the week, and I'll be astonished if anyone apart from Tyler has managed to watch it, and Tyler might have watched it because Jennifer Love Hewitt plays the devil in it.
What is it called?
It's called Shortcut to Happiness, but also I think The Devil and Daniel Webster.
I've seen the 1941 movie, and I've read the short story from the.
Of course, you read the short story, Dave. I didn't ask about your literature roots. I'm asking if you watched Jennifer Love Hewitt play the devil in a film that is overwhelmed
with Anthony
by
Hopkins
the
and Alec
smugness of
Baldwin. Yeah,
Alec
I've seen
Baldwin.
it. Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it.
It's not good. Like it's really not good, and I just sat there thinking I could have rewatched either version of Bedazzled and had a much more fun time. And just Alec Baldwin is so smug throughout the whole thing.
But that's just Alec Baldwin.
Yeah, but I've liked him in films. But I think I've always liked him in films where he comes in as a supporting player and steals a scene or two, which he has done on a few occasions. I'd be like, yes, I like Alec Baldwin. And I see him in a lead role. I'm like, no, I don't like Alec Baldwin.
Well, do you know why it sucks, right? You know who directed that movie?
Alec Baldwin.
Alec Baldwin, yeah. That's exactly it.
And he claimed it was taken away from him in post-production. It was a whole, like, fraud investigation, I think, for some of the financiers. And it was a whole thing. I looked into the background of it. And it was like, well, it kind of fits with the theme of, wanting success at all costs.
The real problem with the movie is he doesn't know how to make a movie. Like, he has no idea how to place or move the camera. And I mean, that's like the worst part of it.
Yeah.
That and the fact that it just generally sucks.
Yeah. It's just, everything about it is not good. On the other hand, I really, really liked Dangerous Animals. That was great.
Yay.
Jai Courtney is fantastic in it. It's it's definitely Sean Byrne's second best film because The Loved Ones is still up there for me. It's the first feature produced that's been written by Nick Leppard, and I think he does a great job of getting the characters in place and drawing things out in a way that's like, as you're watching it, you can be thinking, yeah, this is a bit of a stretch for each sequence, but it snowballs into such an entertaining thing that as your brain is processing that implausibility, you're also going, yeah, but I don't mind. It's good. I know where things are going, and it's good. And there's a character in this film who, when they first appeared, I really I just wasn't that impressed. I thought they were a bit of a wet blanket, really, and I assumed they would sort of come and go at the start of the movie, and then they get a bigger role in the movie. I was like, oh no. And by the end of the film, I'm like, don't let anything happen to that character. That character must be protected at all costs. And that's a mixture of the writing and the performance from that actor. But Courtney is superb, and Courtney's an art person who I've not liked in a lot of stuff. I mean, he was quite fun, and he was in both Suicide Squad movies, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He was, yeah.
I remember right. Yeah, I think he was quite fun in those, but he's another one of those actors, I think, that when they've tried to push him as a sort of Chinese star actor, it hasn't worked.
He's been,
whether that's him not being the right fit for the roles or the material.
Yeah, he's been awful, and I was pretty sure I hated him. And then every now and then, he was in Jack Reacher, And he was okay. I was like, okay,
Yes,
he's
yeah.
he's not bad in that. And then
Mhm.
somehow he stole. Not that it's the biggest thing, but I would say he stole the Suicide Squad even. Goddamn, Margot Robbie. I think he was the best part of that film by miles. He was so fun. So I've been waiting to see if the director could get something really good out of him, and I'm hoping, Dangerous Animals is it.
Have you not seen this one yet?
Not yet. I'm really excited because I love both of Sean Burn's other films. I like
Same,
shark films
but-
and.
Same,
Yeah,
but
and
I still haven't forgiven him for fucking. I still haven't forgiven douche nozzle for fucking Tron 2. So, fucking Tron 2.
I watched Happy Gilmore 2 and had a lot of fun with it because it just gave me what I expected and what I wanted from it when I pressed play. I knew there were going to be lots of really heavy-handed callbacks to the first film, which are so heavy-handed that they will also cut back to the scene from the first film, so you remember what the initial gag was, and then they'll either repeat the gag or put a twist on it. But it's it was just it was good fun. I got a few laughs. The golfers that are in Sandler joining the fun. And yeah, when I realised that Benny Safdie was the main douche bro in it, like I didn't click immediately. I kept seeing this guy pop up. I'm thinking, he's familiar to me, and that made me laugh. And Bad Bunny, I don't know his real name. He is credited here, I think, under his real name. But Bad Bunny's a lot of fun playing the guy who ends up caddying for Happy Gilmore. So that was good. That was way more fun than The Naked Gun, because I caved in. I went to see it. I thought we'll take a chance on this. We shall see. I shouldn't prejudge just based on a trailer. I should have prejudged and stayed with that prejudgment, because the trailer had two of the best gags in the film. I don't understand. Well, no, I tell you, I do understand why this is getting all love, and I think it's because the idea of what people want from certain types of comedy has changed. So the Naked Gun has jokes that generally work, and it's it's all right if you want something that's all right and passable. And I like the fact that I think it clocks in at pretty much the exact same runtime as the original. It's got the same credits, gags, and stuff. That's a plus. Liam Neeson does generally play things great, which is good. He's not always turning to wink at the camera, and I did. I like the fact that they didn't make that major mistake. But what they've done is they do have moments where they let Neeson in a way that's more like a superpowered Neeson character. And that's not really any kind of Frank Drebin of the Naked Gun or Police Squad adventures. I know this is son of Frank Drebin, but everything's in line with it. There are some funny jokes that I would say there's probably three that really worked for me, which isn't a high hit rate, but I will say the three that really worked for me in a surprisingly strong way. Like I was admiring the commitment to the gag, and the right, for me, it was the right tone of silliness and smart. That was three that really worked. And I'm not going to say them just because I don't want to spoil them for, whenever you guys might check this out. And those gags might be the only gags that work for you, or you might end up liking the rest. Pamela Anderson's okay. Is it Paul Walter Hauser?
Oh yeah, I like him.
I think. Yeah, I mean he's quite fun, and his small Danny Houston's actually quite fun, being the. I don't think it's any surprise to say he's the sort of main, perhaps villain of the piece. So that's good. Like he plays his part well. It just, yeah, it was pretty much what I thought it was going to be from the trailer, but with a few nice surprises. So I didn't like it, but I was pleasantly surprised by the bits that were really good. And then last but by no means least, I don't want to start any kind of turf war on this. I don't want any gangs getting all carried away because I really like Superman. But yeah, I went to see the Fantastic Four, First Steps. Saw it last weekend, just after the day after we recorded or something. It's, yeah, I mean, I hope you enjoy it more than I did, Dave. I didn't even get a sort of great reception from me. I don't think I rate it as highly as The Incredibles, because that's still the high bar for Fantastic Four movies nowadays, let's face it. I mean, it got a Kevin 7, but what doesn't?
Yeah, but I hate all the Marvel movies, so as long as I'm not absolutely bored to death, I'll be fine.
Right, that's fine. I like the we've all seen the sort of retro sci-fi styling of it. I like that. I like a lot of the cast. I messaged you guys before. I don't think Joseph Quinn is well cast in this. He just doesn't feel right in the Johnny Storm role. Whether it's him or the writing, and I feel it's more him, because they certainly have a couple of scenes where they try. But I really like this version of Silver Surfer, voiced by
Julia
is
Garner.
it Julia Garner.
Yeah.
I actually thought she was great. The depiction of Galactus is great, and the score is brilliant. I mean, I've not been meaning to pun when I've been saying to people it has a fantastic score, and they're like, "Oh, Fantastic Four, Fantastic Four." I'm like, no, but it is, and that's Michael Giacchino. Giacchino. It's Michael someone, and I'm sure he's very pleased that I will never pronounce his name correctly in our long-running tradition of not pronouncing people's names correctly. But yeah, it's it is pretty good, but I don't see it as the home run, full pleasant reset that I believe Marvel were viewing this as. But I'm sure it's still going to take in a gazillion dollars and will be a massive success for them, and they don't need to give a shit about what I think about it.
I've seen a lot of love for Vanessa Kirby. Her and Julia Garner are getting a lot of praise.
She's great, and also I can't pronounce his name either. It's Ebon, I think, is his first name. The guy from The Bear.
Yeah.
The kid from Bear who plays Ben Grimm. His performance is really good, and I've seen people who I agree with saying that they wish they'd seen sort of more of him. I know they've done this kind of starting at a point where they don't have to do the full origin, but they kind of cheat because you get a lot of montage and backstory anyway. But in this case, I would have liked to have seen a little bit more, because especially for The Thing, Ben Grimm, you kind of, I think it would have been good to see a bit of the man before he became The Thing. In this
That's
case,
only because you're
just because I like him.
specious.
Well, there may be that, yes.
You just hate
Um,
rock people.
that's true. I've learned. It was only the other week we watched Galaxy Quest, and damn that rock monster. But that was me.
So only one movie for me this week. I watched Life of Chuck, which is fucking awful. Overly schmaltzy to the point that it's like fucking nauseating. A narrative told almost completely in like this terrible voiceover. It's like Flanagan wrote the script by reading the fucking novel out loud. It's so bad. And it desperately wants to hit you in the feels so hard. It's honestly like pathetic how desperately schmaltzy this movie actually is. Like this might be one of Stephen King's worst adaptations ever. I mean, Flanagan.
I don't know. The original's pretty shit too. I mean, let's be honest.
I mean,
Sorry, Steven.
let me reword it. It's better made than anything like the TV stuff, like fucking Langoliers and all that shit. Like this is a better made film than any of those. I'm not gonna, technically this is better, but it's just a terrible story, and it's awful. It's got a terrible script too. Flanagan is trash. I mean, he hasn't made a single good movie yet, in my opinion. I haven't seen his Netflix shows. Hopefully I never have to. But I mean, dude is just fucking Mick Garris 2.0 now, right? I mean, that's what he is. He's just Mick Garris 2.0. But at least Mick Garris has Psycho 4, which is pretty fun, and Flanagan has Hush, which is not fun. So yeah, total garbage. Skip that one. And
I'm gonna
besides
love
that,
it, and aren't I, T?
probably. There's it's just if you like overly schmaltzy, I like schmaltzy shit too, but this just feels fake and just I don't know. It's just bad. But you might like it, Kevin. It'll at least get a 7. Definitely.
Yes, easy. Oh, when sorry, T, when Craig mentioned missing child videotape, actually, that reminded me. Did any of you guys see Only the River Flows?
I did. I enjoyed it and was deeply confused by it.
I've seen Only the River Flows.
Good. Sorry, I'd recently watched that on Mubi, and I can't remember if Tyler also enjoyed the like Memories of Murder and that we watched. And I think it's not exactly in that vein, but I think it's close enough that I would
He's
recommend
going to
it
have to watch it sooner than later.
Right, okay.
It's on my list. I've been saying that since we watched Street Kid.
Well, Craig and I will
ago.
probably remain quite confused and try and join in on that conversation. Sorry,
I'll
T.
watch anything. I'll watch anything as long as it's not Life of Chuck again. So we're good.
You will.
No,
See, you said it that way, so now it's you all but guaranteed it, dude. Why do you do that to yourself?
Well, if you're gonna pick it now, pick it like right now, so I don't have to watch it again. I just have the notes fresh.
No. Well, then, again, you're just making it worse for yourself. You told us how to hurt you.
Where's the fun in that?
A year from now, Tyler.
It's a Christmas special.
Day.
A year from now, I'll be watching Life of Chuck again, and then Tom Hiddleston dancing really badly.
Just as soon as you forget it, as soon as somebody goes, "Hey T, do you remember Life of Chuck?" And you go, "What?" Bam, that's it.
Dave picks that, I say it, and we're pairing it up with the Phoenician scheme.
Jesus.
We're not that mean. I mean, we already fucked his Star Wars special twice.
Fucking Ewoks. Jesus. I started another TV show, but I finished season 1 of it. It's actually really fucking good. I started watching a show called Hightown on Netflix, which is about drugs and strippers and sex addicted lesbians, and it's amazing. And if y'all haven't seen Hightown, I highly recommend it. It's so fucking good. Really, really good. I finished season 1 in like a day. So good stuff. And that's me.
This week, we saw the 1972 Japanese women in prison film Female Prisoner Number 701 Scorpion, and the 2025 British comedy drama The Ballad of Wallis Island. Hey T?
Yes, sir.
You want to pick a movie and tell me about it?
Sure, I will go with Kevin's pick, The Ballad of Wallis Island, which is about an eccentric lottery winner who lives alone on a remote island and tries to make his fantasies come true by getting his favorite musicians to perform at his home. This was fine. Sure. Yeah, we'll go with fine. It's fine. It's funny. Like I have like no strong feelings going in either direction for this movie. I mean, there's nothing I hated at all, but there's nothing I loved. Just nothing. It's just there was nothing here that I really had any strong feelings for at all. It's just merely okay. It's the okayest movie I've seen all year. Cass is fine. I actually do love Carrie Mulligan a lot, though. I mean, she's always great, and she's actually wonderful in this. She's great in this. I just wish she was in it more. Rest of the cast is fine. I don't think I've seen anything else with Tim Key or Tom Baston. At least nothing that springs to mind at this moment. But they were decent. They were fine. The folk music soundtrack was okay. It's got a very charming, wholesome vibe running throughout. It's well shot. It's got some really pretty landscapes too. It's a really like pretty looking movie. Um, I saw someone refer to this as like cottage core, which is like the perfect genre for this. I never heard of that term before, but this is that. When I think of cottage core now, I'm just gonna think of this fucking movie. Like just people wearing sweaters and hanging out in their cottage. I don't know. I won't remember anything that happens in this movie next month, but it's a breezy little watch, and Carrie Mulligan is wonderful. So check it out if it looks like your thing.
I like this less than Tyler. I mean, I generally agree. It's fine. It's there. It's decently made by James Griffith, who was a producer on oh shit, what the Blackish and Grownish, and I think he directed Stumptown. Do you remember Stumptown
No.
from a few years ago?
Nope.
Yeah, it was killed by COVID before anybody really watched it, so that's fine. Um, there's 30 minutes of two insufferable men together on an island, and then Carrie Mulligan comes in, and she's great and charming and wonderful and a breath of fresh air, and does some really heavy lifting, and she's there for about 30 minutes before she disappears, and there's 45 minutes with two insufferable men, and that's kind of my problem. The two male leads are just kind of there. They don't feel like real people. They feel like movie caricatures, and nothing between them is really earned for me. It's fine. The Tim Key and Tom Basden play it fine. It's just I just wish that they'd found a more honest, grounded approach to these characters. Instead, it kind of felt like, okay, now this might be a weird thing to say, but to me, it kind of felt like they'd edited two um, Adam Sandler performances together where obnoxious man children are quirky and obnoxious, and suddenly people love them despite them not really earning it. It's fine. I just God damn it, am I gonna repeat myself again? It's just not as good as the sum of its parts. I think there's a good idea. There's some really good performances, especially Mulligan, um, Akajimni Defornian, who plays her husband Michael, is really good, and uh, 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 I can't even read my own writing. The woman that plays Amanda, I believe it's something Clifford. I'm sorry, my handwriting is terrible, and I'm locked out of my OneDrive, so I can't use that anymore. But whatever, that's neither here nor there. I think
It's like
they're really good.
it's Sian, or
Is it
it's
Cian?
Sian.
Yeah,
Is
I misspelled it
spelled.
and I wrote over it, and like I'm not sure which one's the right spelling looking at it. So I should have scratched it out, written above. But whatever, that's me. I just I just don't think it comes together as well as it thinks it does. It's okay, but it's it never feels truthful or honest or real, and that's what it needs. Instead, it thinks it's all these things, but it's really just twee and artificial. It's fine. That is kind of what I heard in my head the whole fucking time Carrie Mulligan was on screen.
Same.
I disagree. This was an unexpected treat for me. I was not expecting. I was expecting actually to feel pretty much the same as Tyler and Dave, but I kind of loved this. This got me in my funnies and my feels. This it starts out like it could like descend into outright horror. Quite like to see a horror movie version of this because Key's character is worryingly obsessed with Basden's character, but it turned out to be such a and funny and sincere film. I really loved it. I'm not going to say it's but it's more. It's. I'm not going to say again that it's very British and you Americans couldn't possibly understand it because I don't think it's. But it is quite. It's quite specific in other ways. It's very specific humor. Like when Tim Key, when the guy says he's drenched and Tim Key says, "Dame Judy drenched." It's not funny, but I know two people in my life who cannot help but do those little rhyming famous person jokes. They just can't help themselves. So that made me laugh. Tim Key just made me laugh a lot. When Tom Basden, he says, "Can you just shut the door?" And he goes and shut the door while staying in the room. That was my first belly laugh. Key being speechless, being very vocal about being speechless. I just think Tim Key's very like his time spent with Alan Partridge in I can't remember the name of the show he did with Alan Partridge. That was time well spent because he's very good at the uncomfortable humor of uncomfortable people. He nails that, and there was just lots of stuff I found really shop, but it just had all of its items vaguely similar to the ones, but also useless for what you need them for, like trying to get rice to fix your phone so you don't leave rice pudding. It just, again, it's very specific, odd humour. It worked for me. I really this cast, and I felt they all had great chemistry. I always loved Carey Mulligan. I think maybe she's my favourite actress that has appeared in the 21st century. I absolutely. I thought Tom Basden was he's a really good kind of miserable foil to Key. The location, as said, looked like really scenic location. I loved the fucking music. I thought all the folk music was beautifully written by Basden. I mean, they don't just work in the context of the film. I've listened to a couple of them since. I've really enjoyed those. But most of all, it made my heart ache. It really it connected with me on that level. Like I've never felt one man play. It just kind of broke me. It just hit all the key spots for me. If I've got any issues, it's very, very married to the typical 3-act structure that it makes it quite like depressingly predictable. Okay, well, they're gonna fall out in 3, 2, 1. You know it's coming, and that kind of aggravated me a little bit. I liked it. Completely predictable because they refused to resolve everything, and lots of other movies would insist on resolving everything. But like I said, it's very married to. I would rather this because I know it was a short film, wasn't it? And it was expanded, and people often say, "Oh, the short they've expanded it too far, too much into a feature." I'd expand it further. I'd expand 6 of television because everything can breathe. You can have a coda because I really wanted a coda. I really wanted to know what happened to the characters afterwards. I feel like there's more to say that would have just made it just a little bit more satisfying, a little even more heartfelt. I just wanted more of it really, but I really love this one. I did not expect to be so. For it to just hit my feels the way it did. It really worked for me, Kevin. I'm glad. Probably not something that I would have watched, but had a blast with it.
always glad to present title S to one person who appreciates it.
Of course, Craig appreciated it. It hit all his maudlin feel.
It did.
He knew it was calculated as fuck. I think that's even a note.
No.
I even have hold on. Here, it's my fourth note. Kevin really knows how to manipulate Craig. ... So
Good one, Dave. I'm just glad you could read your own writing that time.
I can.
Yeah, this was a heartfelt joy. No,
If you don't have a heart, maybe.
I think I just heard good word about this one, but I hadn't picked it as a calculated choice. I did wonder if we would all like it or if it would be hated. I didn't really know. I am quite familiar with Tim Key, and Tyler. Like you'll have seen him in some stuff. I think he had a small role in Mickey 17. And did you see did you see How They Run?
No, I haven't seen Mickey 17 yet either.
Oh, I thought you had. So did you watch The End of the Fucking World?
The TV show?
Yeah.
Yes, I have seen that. He's in that?
Apparently, a couple of episodes. I didn't see that. Just in his filmography, that was there. So I assumed you'd know him. But like he's one of those people that's been doing that kind of just solid work for years. And as Craig mentioned, he worked with he's a sidekick to Alan Partridge in a couple of things. I think he had a small role in Alpha Papa as well.
Yeah. I got love that movie.
And he's in the first episode of Inside Number 9, which was a cracking way to start that show. Yeah, Sardines. He's brilliant. I think that's when I first took note of him back then. So I was just hoping that this would be kind of really good, but I didn't know how it would pan out. I didn't know what the style of the comedy would be like or what the balance would be like. It's maybe unsurprising to know that I tend to be on Craig's side with this. Yeah, I really liked it. I thought the characters were like it was all put together to provide a lot of fun and entertaining exchanges based around Tim Key's character, who cannot stop himself from just saying everything that's running through his mind, even when what's running through his mind might be about being quiet and enjoying the beauty of a sunset or a view or anything. It's really good. And Basden is great in his role of being, he's a bit of a grumpy douche, and he's got that baggage that he brings with him. But also, he's kind of, I think he's believably worn down by the end of the film in ways that are, to do with Key's character. He sees how that character has acted in a few sort of major ways, and they're not designed to necessarily be manipulative or get him any immediate reward back when things start falling apart. So I think it's really good. And then it is true that Mulligan lifts the film when she's in it for that half hour. So that is it is slightly unbalanced when she's away. I did think we might see her again at some point. So I was waiting for that. But Mulligan's great, and Dave made a better stab at his name than I would. But Akinji Defornian is really good as her partner Michael, because you thought he was going to be as well the sort of typical perhaps new guy who you could resent and then sort of root for Mulligan and Basden's character to get this big rekindling of a relationship that has been gone by the wayside for many years. So I thought they were all great. I liked Clifford's character. She's the local shopkeeper, and she's quite oblivious to really the relative excitement that is going to happen for Tim Key's character. I think that's really nice as well. And by the end, I was surprisingly moved. I did think it was. I just thought it was quite beautifully done. There's a really. I think it takes that real lurch that way, where it'll work for you or not, depending on how you're responding to it. When Basden's gone for a swim, and that's sort of leading into the sort of final act of the movie, and that was really, yeah, I just thought it was lovely. And then you start to see Tim Key's character in a bit of a different light as well, because you're thinking he's this eccentric lottery winner, just able to have whatever he wants, even for just a day, and bringing people together that in ways that they don't necessarily appreciate, but there's a big payday. And then it's reframed, I think, at least slightly. But in my opinion, it's actually majorly because of how he's thinking about everything. It was lovely. I was really impressed with this. I don't think Dave mentioned Stumptown, which, I mean, I've not seen that. I've not seen Bad Sisters. I think James Griffiths also did a few episodes of Bad Sisters. But I think he directs well. But the key here is probably the writing from Basden and Key, to be honest, and their performances as well. It's just I'm glad I joined the chorus of praise this has had so far, but I believe most of that praise has probably come from British audiences and British viewers. So maybe we're just a softer bunch. That's it. We'll just move nicely on from cottagecore and chunky sweaters to female prisoner number 701, Scorpion, Dave's pick. And I think Dave just wanted his Meiko Kaji fix for the year, because I can't remember the last time we watched a Kaji movie. It's been a while, hasn't it, Dave?
It's been a long while. I mean, we've kind of watched most of them at this point.
We have, yeah. I don't have too much to say about this one, other than the fact that I keep meaning to watch the whole series and haven't. And then when I remember I've still to watch ours, I think, well, Dave will make us get around to it at some point, which is very much a true thing. But then I just don't prioritize them. But I enjoyed the second one. Oh, I can't remember.
Jailhouse 41.
Yep. I believe I enjoyed that one when we watched it, and this is an absolute. This is a banger. This is just brilliant. There is a prisoner who is out for revenge after she has been set up by her lover, boyfriend, corrupt cop who wants to do dealings with drug dealers. The prison is a dangerous environment for this character. There will be prisoners looking to kill her, and sadistic guards as well. Yeah, it's just I mean, it's brilliant. Kaji is superb for every moment she's on screen, but the rest of the cast, I mean, there are so many good characters here, and yet I didn't write any other names down because I thought I was just going to wax lyrical about Kazi, and I forgot myself. I can only apologise to everyone involved. But I just love this, and I love the early on you get some really interesting, slightly surreal's not the word, but the artistic production design and styling of certain sequences as you're getting backstory, I think is really good. And I can't believe this wasn't obvious to me before, but on this rewatch, I just couldn't believe how much this was an influence on Lady Vengeance. I know Dave's now going, duh. Just say it, Dave.
I wasn't doing any such. I was sitting here. I was being good. I was judging you to myself silently. I don't know why you'd pull me into your weird delusion of my superiority complex.
I'm sure there are many more films that would be influenced by it, and many other films that have influenced it. It is, at its core, a women in prison film, and that's a whole subgenre in itself. And I'm sure Tyler's tried to see every single one of those over the years.
Mm-hmm.
But this time, because of the revenge plot and the motive for the revenge, and you being on side with that character, but all the plotting against her, I was just like, oh yeah, Lady Vengeance, like really, really reworked this, and I love Lady Vengeance as well, but this is just such a fantastic, entertaining film that somehow has the grits and the grimness of the content blended with a kind of entertaining playfulness. I think maybe because you're allowed to view the character as, I mean, she's not a superhero, but she is almost super skilled, and you have faith in her ability to put everything in motion for her plan of revenge. And it's fantastic. I love it. It's a classic.
I have seen this one before, and I've seen the second for the show, and I remember much preferring the second film. And I think because of that, I had kind of underrated this one. I had not been fair on it because watching it again, it's a fucking banger. It's probably the best women in prison film ever, and it's it's one of the greatest men suck films ever because god damn does every man in this film enormously. It's incredible. Like just on a technical level, it's kind of mind blowing. Like from the moment it starts, that chase through the marsh is like beautifully filmed. Like the technical stuff is just incredible. The staging, blocking, the way it's lit, just the cinematography and the choices in the cinematography, the matte paintings, the incredible like in camera transitions in this blow my mind. Like I think anytime I watch a film, I think you fucking coward. Why aren't you like rotating the set and like turning it into another scene? Like why are you so fucking lazy? Like I don't know how this wasn't a bigger influence on how films were staged, because it looks fucking incredible. Like, well, I kind of get why it wasn't. Probably really fucking difficult. It's very carefully stylized. Like, it's very exact. So you could go a bit too far one way with the station, and you could lose some of the grit. I guess you had to be very exact with it. But I still think this should have been more of an influence on other films in the way that it's shot and the way that it's staged, because it's just kind of mind blowing. It's just It looks so beautiful. It sounds incredible. Like the score is fantastic. Like on a technical level, it is incredible. And Kaji, are we saying Kaji? Yeah, why not? Mako Kaji is just
So Kaji.
Kaji. Mako Kaji is just phenomenal. I wrote my no better communicator of rage, and I don't even think that quite. There's no better communicator of wrath. Like nobody does wrath like Mako Kaji. It is fucking. She is terrifying. Like I don't know if she's married, but if she is married, her husband left the toilet seat up once and never again. Fucking never ever again. Like she is penis shriveling wrath. Just absolutely incredible. Just watching her in this film, like adding dues to the list of people she's gonna fuck up. It's beautiful. Like getting female undercover agents to beg to go back to share a they can get, lesed up. She's just fucking incredible in this. There's a scene she meets the undercover policewoman in her cell. She says, "You talk too much," and I think it's like I hadn't even realised. But I think that's like the first line of dialogue that wasn't narration from her, like the halfway mark. I'm not sure. Maybe I hadn't paid attention, but it just made me realise just how much she was doing without dialogue, just with fucking steely fucking looks. It's super impressive. She's so cool, and the movie looks fantastic, and it sounds fantastic. Beautiful, man. It's nearly very, very nearly perfect. My one and only issue is there is some fucking awful sound design in this movie. Like some of the sound effects are like pitifully shit, and it's really frustrating. Like when people are getting beaten up, or the sound effects that go along with them cheapest kung fu movie sound effects. They're horrible, which is a shame because everything else in this film is fucking superb, and it should have been a much on cinema generally, and it makes me sad that it wasn't. So yeah, absolutely love this one.
Dave knew he had me by those opening credits alone, didn't you, Dave? You knew it. You knew it.
Oh baby, I knew I had you when I picked Jailhouse 41 2 years ago.
Yeah, you know me.
5 years
You
ago.
know me
Oh,
well.
fuck.
You know me
You're
well.
so old. Yeah, I do.
So this might be the single best women in prison movie ever. Like I'm strongly considering giving this that title. I mean, this was so fucking good. I love the way this movie looks too. It has some fucking wild camera work. It's like a colorful psychedelic visual pop art made its way into mean-spirited 70s exploitation that somehow fell headfirst into an experimental art house movie. It's fucking wild. It's violent. I love that shard of glass in the eye in that shower scene. That was just fucking awesome. It's got some sleaze. It's slick yet super gritty and bleak at the same time. It's almost a hybrid of genres on display here. I mean, just women in prison, revenge exploitation. There's some fever dream horror, and just it all gels together so well. I mean, those final 10 minutes are amazing. Mako Kaji is incredible in this. She's just fucking stunning. She's a total badass. She's cool without even trying. I loved her performance in this. She gives one of the greatest glares ever too. Like those eyes are fucking mesmerizing. Like she could stare at me for hours and I don't think I'd be able to blink or move. I'd be both scared and horny at the same time. It's crazy. Just amazing. Yeah, this was great. Really, really great. Probably my favorite female prisoner movie we've watched thus far. And yeah, I loved it. Awesome, awesome pick, Dave.
Yeah, I am a bit. Well, I mean, like, I do prefer Jailhouse 41 a little bit more over this one, but this one is fantastic, and I have never ever denied my love for Meiko Kaji. I adore her, and I adore her in this. The fact that they decided to just make a hardcore exploitation, then they went, well, let's make it, German expressionist with theatrical sets and over the top makeup effects at points, and I mean they just ran with it and they made something truly special. Now, you could argue the later, and it's easy to argue the later films are far more feminist than this one, because this one is pure exploitation down to the none of the women in the shower scene are actually soaping themselves; they're all soaping a neighbor. But yeah, it's fantastic. I love the sets. I love the lighting. Yeah, I agree. The sound design's a little, well, it's Japan in the 1970s. You get what you get. The fact that you can even hear them speak at all is a minor miracle. It's fantastic. Meiko Kaji is truly a force of nature, not just in the Scorpion series, but also in like Lady Snowblood or Stray Cat Rock, which we have watched all of those. I think the only major series she did at this time that we haven't watched yet is the Wandering Genzu Butterfly. So, just so you know, there is still a little bit more coming.
I think she pops up in Battles Without Honor and Humanity as
She
well.
does. She's in the second one. Yeah. Hiroshima
Deathmatch.
Yeah. I wanted to say Havoc. I wanted it to alliterate, but no, you're right. It's Deathmatch. That also has Sonny Chiba in it.
Nice.
So, that is also fully on my list.
We should just do some random other Kaji movie and then title the episode, I Can't Believe It's Not Ginzu Silver Butterfly. That's it.
That could happen still. Yeah, no, it's great. And the rest of the cast is really too. Her first antagonist is her first main antagonist, the woman she cuts with the piece of glass, is Yoko Miyahara, and she was not just an exploitation actress, she was like the top Japanese pinup in the 1950s. It's got a really good cast, and they all give really good performances. There's a lot of women in prison movies that don't do half of what this does half as well, and it is a fantastic one that I'm glad we finally got around to. I've been holding these close to me because I knew someday we would run out of Kaji movies, and I wanted to end on a high note. So now I'm gonna, put the last two female prisoner scorpions away for a little bit, and we'll get the others done before too long. Then we'll come back to it because B Stable's really good too, and so's the fourth one. It's just not as good as the first three, but I'm a big fan. And it is time to pick one, Kevin.
Oh, it was always going to be female prisoner scorpion. It just, yeah, it is.
I enjoyed both movies a lot. I really, really did enjoy Kevin's pick. It was a real surprise, but just in terms of the craft and just being fucking iconic, it's obviously female prisoner scorpion.
T?
Yep. Female prisoner scorpion for sure.
Y'all are crazy. It's definitely female prisoner scorpion. Yeah. Or female prisoner 701 scorpion. Yeah, no, it's good. And as I say, after we watch any Meiko Keiji film, you guys should run out and watch all of Meiko Keiji's films. I'm going to see Lady Snowblood on the big screen at the Alamo next week, and I am so fucking excited. You have no idea. I've never seen that on the big screen. I am like, so
I'm gonna be
Just so you
trawling
know.
Discogs for one of her albums because she's a great singer as well.
Yeah, she's got a hell of a voice. Next week it is Craig and Tyler. What do you guys got for us?
We are watching one of my favorite sequels to one of my favorite horror movies, I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. I am popping open that brand new 25th anniversary 4K, baby.
Ooh. Neither of I'm gonna get Tyler to pick, but neither of them in 4K. So, would you like, Tyler, some animation or some shot on video?
Oof. Shot on video.
Shot on video. Okay. Well, we're going with the 1986 shot on thriller with a twist, Hawk Jones. The twist being that the cast are made up entirely of children.
Oh, yeah, I know that one.
Yeah.
Thanks, Tyler. Thanks.
Look what you did just, Tyler.
I'm just saving the other
And
one.
he doesn't mean
time,
like he means like they are younger than Killa. They are all like under 10, as I recall.
Yeah.
I should have picked animation, but then
You
I would
could
probably
have.
that I might have probably been watching fucking Blue Apes animated style or something. I don't know.
I mean,
Fuck.
like, if I recall correctly, I think the average age of the cast in Hawk Jones is 7.
Yeah.
It might be 8.
7 or
it's
8.
around there. Yeah,
Oh,
they
wonderful.
are. Yeah, look what you did to us, dude. Look what you fucking
The
did.
animation one's just gone back in my pocket.
Can I ask Craig what the animated movie was? I mean, you can still pick it
it'll
eventually.
actually make you really happy because it's called Tux and Fanny, which is weirdo animation directed by the director of Strawberry Mansion. So you'll be glad to have avoided that one for a couple of weeks.
Okay, yeah, because I hated Strawberry Mansion too. So yeah, this would have been a lose anyway. So whatever. I'll watch children running on shot on video, I guess.
You just for that, you better give them to business, T.
We're on the gram, Raiders _of_the_ podcast. We're on Facebook, where I sometimes remember to post stuff on Wednesdays. We have a YouTube channel where you can like, subscribe, and comment on Kevin's awesome videos weekly. We have a Discord, we have a Blue Sky, and you can always email us at raidersofthepodcast@gmail.com.
As always, thanks for listening. Thanks for joining me, guys. You know what? You should just check out both movies this week, but mostly you should go see Female Prisoner Scorpion.
Agreed.
I'll talk to you next week.
Yay! See you next week.
Yeah.
See ya.